Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki is a foundational personal finance book that challenges the traditional beliefs most people grow up with about money, education, work, and success. Rather than teaching technical investing strategies, the book focuses on reshaping the reader's mindset about wealth. Kiyosaki argues that financial struggle is rarely caused by lack of hard work or intelligence, but by lack of financial education. Many people spend their lives working harder, earning more, and still falling behind financially because they were never taught how money actually works. The book is structured around the contrast between two influential figures in Kiyosaki's life, each representing a different philosophy about money. One follows the traditional path of education, stable employment, promotions, and job security, while the other emphasizes entrepreneurship, ownership, and financial independence. These opposing mindsets reveal how beliefs shape financial outcomes more than circumstances. The traditional path prioritizes safety and certainty, while the wealth-focused path prioritizes learning, adaptability, and long-term thinking. A core lesson of the book is that financial education is more important than income level. Many people believe that earning more money will solve their financial problems, but Kiyosaki explains that without proper money management, higher income often leads to higher expenses, more debt, and increased stress. This creates a cycle where people become trapped working harder just to maintain their lifestyle. True wealth comes not from earning more, but from managing money intelligently. One of the most famous concepts in the book is the clear distinction between assets and liabilities. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket consistently, while a liability is anything that takes money out. Kiyosaki explains that many people confuse expensive possessions with assets, believing that owning a house, car, or luxury items automatically means wealth. In reality, if these items generate ongoing costs instead of income, they limit financial growth. Wealthy individuals focus on accumulating assets that generate cash flow, such as businesses, investments, and income-producing systems. The book also challenges the belief that job security equals financial security. Kiyosaki argues that depending on a single source of income is risky, regardless of how stable it appears. Economic changes, layoffs, inflation, and automation can instantly remove a paycheck. True financial security comes from having multiple streams of income and owning assets that continue to generate money even when you are not actively working. Another major theme is fear and risk management. Most people avoid financial risk because they fear losing money. Kiyosaki explains that fear itself is not the problem, the inability to manage fear is. Wealthy individuals learn how to take calculated risks, learn from mistakes, and improve their financial intelligence over time. They understand that failure is part of the learning process and treat losses as lessons rather than permanent setbacks. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of working to learn, not just to earn. He encourages readers to focus on skill development rather than job titles or salaries. Skills such as sales, communication, leadership, negotiation, and investing provide flexibility and opportunity. People who chase only money often become dependent on their jobs, while those who build skills gain control over their careers and income sources. The book explores how taxes and financial systems favor ownership over employment. Kiyosaki explains that employees often pay taxes before they receive their income, while business owners and investors have more control over how and when they are taxed. This difference allows the wealthy to reinvest more of their money into assets, accelerating wealth creation. Understanding these systems is not about avoiding responsibility, but about using legal structures intelligently. Another important lesson is mindset and self-talk. Kiyosaki points out that many people limit themselves by repeatedly saying, "I can't afford this." This mindset shuts down creative thinking. Instead, he encourages asking, "How can I afford this?" which forces the mind to search for solutions, opportunities, and new income sources. Wealthy thinking expands possibilities instead of accepting limitations. The book also addresses the trap of consumerism and lifestyle inflation. As income increases, many people upgrade their lifestyle instead of building assets. They buy bigger houses, newer cars, and expensive items to signal success, but this increases financial pressure rather than freedom. Wealthy individuals delay gratification and reinvest income into assets before upgrading their lifestyle. Kiyosaki introduces the idea of passive income and financial freedom. Financial freedom is achieved when income from assets exceeds living expenses. At that point, work becomes optional rather than mandatory. This shift allows people to focus on purpose, creativity, and personal growth rather than survival. The goal is not to stop working, but to work by choice. Confidence and decision-making are also central themes. Many people hesitate because they want certainty before taking action. Kiyosaki argues that confidence is built through experience, not perfection. Those who wait for perfect conditions often miss opportunities, while those who act, learn, and adjust build financial intelligence faster. The book repeatedly reinforces the idea that money amplifies who you already are. If someone lacks discipline or knowledge, more money will magnify those weaknesses. This is why financial education must come before financial success. Wealth without wisdom often disappears quickly. Toward the end, Kiyosaki emphasizes personal responsibility. He encourages readers to stop blaming external factors and take control of their financial future. Governments, employers, and systems will not secure individual freedom. Financial independence comes from education, awareness, and deliberate action. The ultimate message of Rich Dad Poor Dad is that wealth begins with mindset. Financial freedom is not reserved for the lucky or privileged, it is available to those who are willing to learn, take responsibility, and think differently about money. By understanding how money works and focusing on asset creation, individuals can escape the cycle of working for money and instead build a life where money works for them.